Hi, folks. Autry Moreland at Autry Moreland Superstores in Sikeston and Dexter, Missouri. Let Jeff Williams rope a deal for you.
If you've been looking for America's hottest selling SUV, the Chevrolet Equinox or the GMC Terrain with a 32 miles per gallon highway, we got them. 2 huge locations to serve you. That's Moreland Chevrolet Cadillac in Dexter and Autry Moreland Incorporated in Sikeston, Missouri.
If Moreland's down on the back of your car, truck, or horse, you paid too much.
Hello, and welcome back once again to the Statesman News Network and our first ever special weekend edition. The weekend edition will feature most of the same information as the show throughout the week has, but with some extra features like interviews, reader questions, and some other things from time to time. Let's get things started with a little local news. Sunday's lead story is about an area family that raises an unusual breed of horses. The Scott and Ann Taylor family from rural Bloomfield raise American Halflingers. You'll want to check out the print edition for this one because there are several nice photos and other things that tell this story far better than I can just sitting here talking. In another story, MoDOT District 10 engineer Mark Shelton told the Boot Hill Regional Planning Commission at a Thursday meeting that following a peak in revenue in 2010, the Missouri Department of Transportation faces a large drop in revenues for the years 2011 through 2015 and will likely be making some serious, significant cutbacks. He said some of the cuts could include a reduction in workforce, fleet expenditures, and even concentrating on short-term fixes for roadways as opposed to long-term. The failure of Congress to pass a new highway bill, combined with the losses in tax revenue in the state, could seriously affect the direction MoDOT takes in the future. Also Sunday will be an update on a couple of criminal cases the Statesman has followed recently. One of the cases is that against Melanie Bartles of Whitewater, who was arrested on March 27th following a chase that ensued after police began questioning her in regard to an attempt to fraudulently obtain prescription drugs. She was bound over and will appear again on April 21st before Judge Stephen Sharp in Division I courtroom. And now for the interview segment of our weekend edition. I'd like to welcome Dr. Joe Baker to our show this weekend. He serves as president of the board of directors of the Stars and Stripes Museum Library and has been pretty busy of late getting things organized for a special event that's just around the corner. Can you tell us a little bit about what you have going on, Joe?
We have an event coming up on the 1st of May at the Show Me Center, and Colonel North has consented to come and give a program for us. It's going to be patriotic in nature and something to kind of boost the spirits of everyone. But we're doing it as a fundraiser in cooperation with the Marine Corps League of Cape Girardeau. And we're partnering with them. We hope to have a good turnout. The funds that we get will help remove some debt that the museum has at the present time and give us some money to work with in the future.
Well, that's fantastic. Oliver North's a pretty big name. How'd you happen to choose him?
Well, Billy Pat Wright knew Colonel Wood down in Arkansas, Colonel Dallas Wood, who is a friend of Ollie North. And Billy Pat and Colonel Wood had gone to school together down there. And so that was the contact that got us in the door.
Oh, okay. Small world.
Small world. It's been big for a long time. We couldn't make contact with anyone to get past the first tier to talk to them.
Well, that's fantastic. Sounds like this is going to be a pretty big deal for the museum.
We hope so. The tickets go on sale today, and they can be purchased through Ticketmaster at the Show Me Center. And we hope that people will be willing to come. They have pricing on those tickets. We have some VIP tickets. There's 100 of those that will be meet Ollie North before the event and visit with him, get their picture taken. Then we have some reserved seating. That's $35 each. Then general admission is $25, and student pricing for non-SEMO state is $10, and SEMO state students, we have 2,000 seats allotted that they can pick them up with just an ID.
Oh, okay. Well, that's great. That's great. How do they go about purchasing tickets? They need to go to the Show Me Center,
or they can phone Ticketmaster, and their phone number is 1-800-745-3000.
That's great. That's great. Well, Joe, I'd like to thank you for coming today and taking time out to come by and visit with us. We wish the museum all the best and look forward to coming out and seeing Ollie North.
We appreciate the opportunity to let the public know what's going on and hope they'll come out and support us.
I think they will. Thanks, Joe.
Okay, thank you.
While there's not a lot going on in local sports this weekend, you won't want to miss the Stoddard County Athletic Association softball tournament that kicks off in Bell City on Monday at noon. That stands to be a pretty good matchup. Also, the Cardinals should have a busy weekend as they host the New York Mets for the next 2 days. Saturday's game is slated to begin at 3:10 p.m., and Sunday's is an evening game that is expected to start around 7:05. In weather, the weekend is expected to be pretty nice, with highs in the upper 60s both days and lows around 40 degrees on Saturday night. So a little patchy frost isn't even out of the question on Sunday morning. All in all, though, it should be a really nice sunny spring weekend, so get out and enjoy it the best you can. Now I'd like to take us into our reader-submitted question segment. This is where readers and viewers alike submit random questions on any topic, and I see what I can do to come up with an answer. Today's question comes from Richard in Bernie. Richard wants to know if frogs can really give people warts. The simple answer is no. That is simply an urban legend that has grown over the years, and I didn't really manage to find anything on how or where it started. Warts, according to Associated Content, are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV, and cannot be transmitted by frogs because they cannot carry the virus. Warts are in reality a non-cancerous skin growth in the top layer of the skin, and most of them will go away on their own, but there are treatments available to speed up the process if you want. Thanks, Richard. Appreciate your question. I'd like to thank everyone for joining us for this Statesman Newscast again. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or submissions for our Reader Question segment, email cknowles@dailystatesman.com or give me a call at 624-4545, and I'll be glad to see what I can do. Maybe we can come up with some answers. Don't forget to pick up a copy of today's print edition for the stories you've heard about and more. Should be a nice Sunday paper. And we'll see you back on Tuesday. Thanks for joining us.